What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be targeting our legs and our abs. So we're going to be doing a combo of different moves that attack both of those muscle groups. So we're going to be doing a lot of lower ab workouts. You'll notice, because when you train your lower abs, you tend to work your legs most of the time as well. So let's have some fun with this one as always and shed some fat, build some muscle and train our core and build some leg strength. Okay, here we go. For the first workouts, we've got glute bridge x ab crunch. So this is a combo of glute workouts and ab workouts. So you want to lift your lower body as high as you can, flexing your glutes in the process. So you make sure that you have a flat back during this entire process. Crunch your ab muscles right after lifting your lower body. Crunch as high as your body will let you. If you can't go all the way, that's all right as well. Up next, we've got flutter kicks. Flutter kicks are great for targeting both your legs and your lower abs at the same time. So you want to keep your upper body elevated throughout so you can also engage your upper abs, move at your own pace, and keep both feet from resting on the ground so you can keep tension in your abs and your legs throughout. Our next one right here might prove a little bit challenging for some of you guys, so go ahead and do the easier alternative, which is just on your side. This workout is side plank X knee tuck A, so there's two sides to it. 30 seconds each with a 30-second break in between. So try to keep your sides from dipping, maintain the same position throughout. Very important. And during the tuck phase, you want to tuck your knee as high as you can, crunching your obliques in the process. Okay, it's time to switch from a lying position to a standing position or a squatting position. So for this one, it's squatting X standing crunch. You want to do this as a hybrid. So you squat and bring your elbows to your knees, and then you stand tall and bring your knees and elbows to meet to complete one repetition of this hybrid. That's how you do this right here. Up next, we've got squat X ab walkout. This is a hybrid as well, and it's a fun one. All you have to do for this one is squat as deep as you can and keep your feet at shoulder width and toes pointed forward throughout. Walk all the way out into a high plank position and until your back straightens out before returning back to the original position and doing it again. Okay, we're slowly getting somewhere here. What we're gonna do is switch back from a standing position to a lying position, because now we're going to do some bicycle kicks. For this one, you want to keep your upper body elevated throughout, just like what you did with the flutter kicks, and move at your own pace as well, and keep both feet from resting on the ground. So keep the tension in your feet and your lower abs throughout. Here's a variation of a common exercise that you might already know, the burpee, but we're going to be doing the half burpee in this. There's also the easier alternative right there if you can't kick back as far and you want something that's less explosive right there. So for this, you want to kick both feet out as far back as you can each time. If you're familiar with the full burpees, then this is just half of it. Next up, we've got some more lying ab workouts, so alternating toe taps. For this one, there's also an alternative. If you can't touch your toes, just go ahead and try to reach for your knees, but as close as you can if you can't reach for it all the way. So you want to make sure that you're reaching for the opposite foot each time if you do decide to do the alternating toe tap variation. We're now at halfway through this workout. So number 10, scissor kick. Keep your upper body elevated throughout, just like the flutter kicks and the bicycle kicks. Move at your own pace as well. Don't rush through if it's too difficult for you, and make sure to keep both of your feet from resting on the ground. So the tension has to remain in your lower abs and in your legs throughout. Our next workout involves side plank, so a variation of it, side plank X leg raise A, because there's going to be a B after the 30-second break of this exercise. So for this, you want to try to keep your sides from dipping, maintain the same position throughout, and lift your leg as high as you can, flexing your glutes in the process. You can always do the alternative as well if you find that this is too difficult, to take some of the weight load off of your shoulders. Next up, V-tucks. This one requires balance. Make sure that if you're not doing the alternative, you have great balance. You also want to tuck your knees back as far as you can around your arms and your body in a V-like motion, so that way you can hit your lower abs and your obliques in the process. Here I go again with another hybrid for you guys. Plank knee tucks X scissors. So for this one, all you have to do is tuck your knees as high as you can and then just do a scissor right after. The easier alternative is right there for you guys that find that explosiveness challenging. So just go ahead and do it slowly. Take it one step at a time. So that's all it is for that one. You're going to require a little bit more explosiveness for this next one. Hop X side crunch. If hopping is difficult, just step up one leg at a time. Make sure you're in a wall sit position before crunching your sides. As you can see from the easier alternative, like I said, just step up one step at a time. If it's difficult for you to hop, you know, with explosiveness. see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. Number 16, crawls. This one's going to challenge your lower body strength. Make sure your knees are not resting on the floor at all. So you want to maintain a straight back as you crawl on your toes. For the easier alternative, what you have to do is hold the same position throughout without the crawling. So just stay still right there. Our next exercise here is leg lowers. For this one, you're going to require a lot of lower ab strength or lower body strength in general. So you want to keep your upper body elevated throughout to engage your upper abs, and you want to kick your feet up and then slowly lower it for about 3 seconds. There's also the easier alternative, which involves just lifting one leg right before the other one and then repeating that when setting them down. Our next one here has got an element of explosiveness. Squat X knee jumps. Complete a deep squat each time and try to make sure your hand or your hands touch your knees each time you bring them up. So I said hand or hands because of the easier alternative. So for that, all you have to do is bring one knee at a time up and just tap it. Alright, the finish line is just around the corner. We got leg claps, so we're back on our back again. For this one, you want to keep your upper body elevated throughout, and you want to move at your own pace, as well as keep your legs from resting on the ground. So keep the tension in your legs as well as in your lower abs throughout this entire routine. What better way to end this routine than with a plank walkout hybrid? So plank walkout X knee tuck. For this one, all you have to do is walk all the way out into a high plank position with your back straight before bringing your knees forward as far as you can. Make sure your back is straight before tucking your knees. There's also the easier alternative which you can do, which slows down the explosiveness of the knee tucks and lets you just bring your knees up one at a time.